My daughter called me selfish for divorcing her cheating mother. A year later, her own husband cheated. She came begging for help. I reminded her. During my divorce, my daughter told me I was selfish. She said love is blind, that people make mistakes, and that I was destroying the family over something that could be forgiven. She took her mother's side completely. A year later, her husband cheated on her. She showed up at my door in tears asking for help, and I reminded her of every word she said to me, not to punish her, because she needed to hear it. My ex-wife Colleen had an affair with a man she met at her gym. It went on for 7 months before I found out. I didn't discover it through texts or a friend. I found receipts, hotel receipts on our joint credit card that she'd tried to categorize as work expenses. She wasn't traveling for work. She works at a dental office 15 minutes from the house. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it. She said it just happened. 7 months of hotel rooms don't just happen. I filed for divorce. My daughter Ava was 26 at the time, married for 2 years herself to a man named Derek. When I told her about the divorce, she didn't ask me if I was okay. She asked me if I was sure. Are you sure you want to do this, Dad? Can't you forgive her? She had an affair for 7 months. People make mistakes. 7 months isn't a mistake. It's a schedule. She got quiet. Then she said, Mom says you're being rigid, that you won't even try counseling. Your mother had an affair. I'm not the one who broke this. Love is blind, Dad. People fall into things. You're being selfish for not even trying. Selfish. I'd been married to her mother for 28 years. I coached her softball teams. I paid for her college. I walked her down the aisle, and I was selfish for not forgiving infidelity. Over the next 6 months, Ava took Colleen's side publicly. She posted about forgiveness on social media without naming me, but everyone knew. She stopped inviting me to Sunday dinners. She told her brother Ryan that I was overreacting. Ryan stayed neutral. He told me privately that he thought Colleen was wrong, but he didn't want to lose his relationship with either of us. The divorce finalized 8 months later. I kept the house. Colleen got her share of the retirement accounts. It was clean, but it wasn't painless. Ava didn't speak to me for 3 months after the papers were signed. Then she called one random Tuesday like nothing had happened. She wanted to tell me about a promotion at work. I listened. I didn't bring up the divorce. I was just glad to hear her voice. We slowly rebuilt something. Not what it was, but something. She'd call every couple weeks. We'd have coffee occasionally. She never apologized for what she said during the divorce. I didn't push it. Then 11 months after my divorce was final, Ava called me on a Wednesday night. She was sobbing. Derek is cheating on me. My whole body went still. What happened? I found messages, hundreds of them, with a woman from his office. It's been going on for 4 months. She drove to my house that night. She sat on the couch with mascara running down her face and said, I don't know what to do. I feel like my entire life just collapsed. I made her tea. I sat with her. I let her cry. Then I said what I needed to say. Do you remember what you told me when I found out about your mother? She looked at me. That's different. How? Derek and I are. You told me love is blind, that people make mistakes, that I was selfish for not forgiving her. You called me rigid. You told me to try counseling. I was wrong. I know you were wrong, but you didn't think so at the time. You made me feel like I was the villain for refusing to accept being betrayed. And now you're sitting on my couch because the same thing happened to you. She started crying harder. I didn't stop. Not to be cruel, because she needed to understand. I'm not saying this to hurt you, Ava. I'm saying it because you need to remember that when it happened to me, you chose your mother's side and you called me selfish. I went through this alone because my own daughter told me I was the problem. I'm sorry, Dad. I needed that a year ago. She stayed at my house for a week. I helped her find a lawyer. I helped her move her things out of the apartment she shared with Derek. I did everything I would have done regardless of what happened between us, because she's my daughter. But I didn't pretend the conversation from a year ago didn't happen. She needed to sit with the fact that she dismissed my pain and now understood it from the inside. Derek tried to call me once. I didn't answer. He's not my concern. Ava filed for divorce. It's still in progress. She comes over for dinner every Thursday now. Last week she brought a bottle of wine and said, I understand now why you couldn't stay. I said, I know. She said, I should have supported you. You should have. I was wrong to call you selfish. You were. She poured 2 glasses and we sat on the porch. She didn't ask me to say it was okay. I didn't. Some things don't need to be made okay. They need to be named, carried, and learned from. She's learning. I'm still her father. I answered the door when she showed up crying. I'll always answer the door, but I won't pretend she didn't lock it first.